I met Jack at the American House Villages in Rochester Hills in September of 2005. And of course I wasn't looking for any man, but his eyes came upon me, and I guess he was observing me more than I realized it. And he was looking for someone that kind of said that I'm a caring person. And I guess to him I was the one that matched what he was looking for. And so I became friends, and then he wanted me to get married and presented this. I could have health insurance and I could this, and I said, Jack, I've had a stroke and I don't want to be a burden to you, and you've had your problems, and I'm sure you don't want you to be a burden to me. So let's just say we'll be friends, and I'll be your friend until the Lord says He's ready for you. And that I feel I had accomplished with him.
Sweet.
I learned a lot from him. Yes, we became friends for several years, and then one day he said, what do you have for health insurance? And I said, oh, I'm very well taken care of by my employer, which at that time was a private man and had his private business. And then he says, well, if you'd marry me, I'd have your health insurance. And I said, Jack, I don't think so. I said, I don't marry people for money, and I don't marry people for insurance. Jack was a caring person. He wanted everybody that had any disability or challenge to have all the opportunities that he had, because his dad worked for the Y camp. And Jack felt that going to the Y camp every summer gained confidence for him, showed him that he can do what most other people can do. His cerebral palsy was not that bad. And so his dad always said, you're going to make your way in life, son, and that's what he did because of his parents. Jack liked to dress up a lot at Halloween, so the first Halloween that I was at American House, I was trying to think of something I could do. So he had a red wig, long red wig. So we put that on him, and I decided to give him a teal-colored suit that I had, and I borrowed his suit jacket and a billed hat that he had. And then I went and painted myself a mustache on my face and a little goatee, and we dressed him up, and I said, I don't think you can fit in my shoes, so we're just going to have to make do here with my nylons on your funny legs. And he says, oh my gosh, I don't want to wear nylons. But he went all for it. He was all for dressing up every Halloween. And that red wig was just something else. I think his legacy is, and I think it was brought out here this afternoon, that his big concern was that this camp would go on forever. He wanted it to, because he didn't want it to die with him. And I know that was a concern because he had no children to pass it on to. And his brother lived in Canada, and his sister lived in Baldwinsville, New York. And he was the oldest of the four. His sister Mary had died early at 2 years of age from diphtheria. So, he really had no one that was interested in coming here to Michigan to see that this would carry on. So, and that's one of the reasons why he could never go back to Canada, because this was his family, and he wanted to be here with this camp. And so I think everybody's trying very hard to keep this forever as Jack Fowler, as long as we can.